Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Spring 2018 Maurice A. Deane School of Law Commencement Exercises at Hofstra University. Don't sit down. We begin our program with the invocation delivered by the Reverend Joyce Brandon Duggar from the university's Board of Chaplains, followed by the national anthem and our alma mater, led by Emily Garner, class of 2018. The words to the alma mater are in the inside front cover of your program. Will everyone please stand?
Breathe. May we pray. Gracious God, thank you for this day. Bless each graduate with a successful career. Be with them and their families and their communities, and may they live, laugh, and play hard and work hard. And don't forget about Hofstra while you're paying those wonderful bills. So we bless you, we love you, and go out and make us proud. Amen.
Amen.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Where minds are filled with wonder and hearts are full of pride, there stands our alma mater, so radiant to shine, nurturing thy scholars like parents raise their young. Dear Hofstra, we are grateful, and thus we thank thee for inspiring us and guiding us through the great unknown. Oh, hail the blue and gold, unrivaled motivation, invaluable and true, selfless with thy knowledge and vision to pursue. Through all the lands we journey, thou
Please be seated. I have the pleasure of making some very special introductions this evening, beginning with Arno Fried, who is in the audience, Arthur Kremer, Janice Meyer, law school class of 1981, and Donald Schaefer, who are here representing the Hofstra Board of Trustees. I am also pleased to introduce Herman Berliner, Dean of the Frank G. Zarb School of Business, Robert Brinkman, Vice Provost for Scholarship and Research and Dean of Graduate Studies, Melissa Connolly, Vice President for University Relations, Neil Donahue, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Academic Affairs and Internationalization, Dolores Friedrich, Senior Vice President for Legal Affairs and General Counsel, Warren Fresina, Dean of the Hofstra University Honors College, Kathleen Gallo, Dean of the Hofstra Northwell School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies, Robert Jakevich, Vice President for Information Technology, Sina Rabbani, Dean of the Fred DeMatteis School of Engineering and Applied Science, Holly Syrup, Dean of the School of Health Professions and Human Services, Terry Shapiro, Senior Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, and the Honorable Gail Prudenti, Dean of the Maurice A. Deane School of Law. And of course, the person who leads our university, President Stuart Rabinowitz.
You guys look great. But are you hot? Why are you waving yourself? Hot? Make it cold. Tried. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, distinguished guests, but of course, most importantly, our law school graduates, their proud parents, spouses, and friends, welcome to our commencement ceremony. We have, you and I, a lot in common. You are the 46th class to graduate from our law school. And although it's hard to believe looking at me, this is my 46th year at Hofstra University. Thank you. First, I was a law school faculty member. Then I was dean of the law school. I didn't get as big a hand at graduation as Dean Prudenti did, but they were a less enthusiastic group, I think. And now as president of this great university. By the way, at the time I stepped down from the law school deanship, which was around the year 2000, many of my faculty colleagues, some of whom are sitting behind me, wondered why I didn't simply return to the idyllic life of a law professor. And it is an idyllic life, rather than seeking a stressful life as a university president. And finally, I'm going to reveal the reason I did that. Because I was smart enough to realize at that time that becoming president was the only way to assure oneself of a decent parking space on this campus. In any event, reflecting on all of my years at Hofstra, all those 46 years, just logically raises the question, which is why at this stage of life am I still standing behind a podium tonight instead of lounging on a beach in South Florida, sipping a pina colada, bouncing my grandson Jack on my knee? It's a really good question. The answer is that I have thus far attended each and every law school commencement ceremony from the very first to this evening. And every year, I am reminded of how privileged I am to have had the unique opportunity to witness virtually every graduate of our law school walk across the stage as they receive their well-earned degree. And it's really hard for me to give up that privilege. In your favor is the fact that my attendance at all of those commencement ceremonies has convinced me that less is more. That commencement should not be a solemn ritual, Rather, we are here to celebrate. Tonight, we celebrate the accomplishments and the hard work of our graduates and the sacrifices that have been made on their behalf by family and friends. And I have a brief but important message to our graduates tonight. You have earned our congratulations and our admiration. I know you've worked hard. I know you have learned well, and I know you are ready to make your mark on the world. Each of you has successfully completed a rigorous and demanding education, which emphasized the acquisition of the fundamental skills of lawyering. You have received a top-tier legal education taught by a world-class faculty implementing a cutting-edge curriculum. And I am absolutely confident that you are ready to join an incredibly illustrious group of our law school graduates who have achieved remarkable success in every sector of the legal profession and beyond. And as a result of your education, you now have the opportunity to take your own place in a wonderful profession, one which will allow you to spend your careers helping people, helping them navigate through a complex and often intimidating legal system. It is also a profession in which you will have the privilege and the responsibility for making our legal system live up to its promises, to make our legal system live up to its promises of equal justice for all. In my view, the legal profession and the judiciary are the very last lines of defense we have against injustice and intolerance. Your training in legal analysis, in critical thinking, in oral and written communication skills, and in problem solving are unique assets that will allow you to adapt and to flourish in whatever fields you might pursue now or in the future. You have indeed chosen your profession very well. And so there remains for me only one final and pleasurable task in these remarks, one which I consider the most important part of my remarks, and that is to wish each one of you well. First, I wish that you will pass the bar on your first try. Now, in order to do that, you will need to go into hibernation and study. And if you don't, Dean Prudenti is going to be knocking on your door asking why you're playing instead of studying for the bar exam. More generally, I wish that you will attain all the success that you think you need in life and all that work and ability earned for you. I wish you the perspective to forgive yourself from the mistakes, because mistakes are inevitable. I wish you the tenacity and the courage and the very good fortune, similar to the good fortune I have experienced, to one day find a life's work about which you feel passionate, rather than just settling for something which neither challenges nor fulfills you. I wish you will experience during your lifetime the very special sense of satisfaction and self-worth that comes from using your considerable talent and your resources to help those in need. And lastly, and probably most importantly in my mind, I wish that you have the wisdom not to forego the love of family and friends in the relentless pursuit of professional success. The class of 2018 leaves here with our admiration and our affection. We hope that you maintain your ties to your classmates and to your alma mater. From this day forward, your accomplishments will always be the most important driver of the reputation of the value of a Hofstra legal education. You will always be welcomed as a valuable member of the university community. We will always welcome you home. On behalf of the faculty, the administration, and staff, I extend to each of you our heartiest congratulations and our warmest wishes for success and happiness. Thank you. It's now my privilege to ask Trustee Janice Meyer, law school class of 81, to come forward with her candidate for an honorary doctorate degree, the Chief Judge of the State of New York, Janet DiFiore.
Thank you, President Binowitz. What he didn't mention was that he was my professor then in law school, worst grade I got in law school, but anyway. Before I introduce Chief Judge DiFiore, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of the Board of Trustees to congratulate the class of 2018 and to all of you folks sitting up there who have also worked very hard so that we can have this graduation today. We're really proud of all of you and your academic achievement and the hard work and the dedication that you've displayed in reaching this point this evening. And we're definitely confident that your future is bright. We want you to remember that you're always an important part of Hofstra. Don't leave. You're always welcome here, and we're really hoping that you will be able to guide students in the future just as you've been guided by people in the past. And the one other thing I want to say is Mom and Dad, yes, they will all get jobs. This is a great pleasure for me tonight. I have known the Honorable Janet DiFiore, Chief Judge of the New York Court of Appeals and the State of New York, for many years. In fact, for more years than probably either of us would care to remember. And it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome her here tonight. Chief Judge DiFiore began her legal career as an assistant district attorney in the Westchester County District Attorney's Office from 1981 to 1987, and later served as chief of the office's Narcotics Bureau from 1994 to 1998. She received her undergraduate degree from C.W. Post College, Long Island University, and her J.D., and we won't hold this against her, from St. John's University School of Law. From 1987 to 1993, Chief Judge DiFiore practiced law with the firm Goodrich & Bendich. In 1998, she was elected a judge of the Westchester County Court, presiding over criminal and civil matters and sitting by designation in the Family Court, the Surrogates Court, and the Supreme Court. She served as a county court judge until 2002, when she was elected a justice of the New York State Supreme Court. As a Supreme Court Justice, Chief Judge DiFiore served as supervising judge of the criminal courts of the 9th Judicial District, but in 2005, she resigned from the bench and was elected Westchester County District Attorney, serving in this position for 10 years. On December 1st, 2015, Governor Andrew Cuomo nominated her to the position of Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals in the state of New York. The following month, the Senate confirmed her nomination, and she became the Chief Judge, and I would add, only the second woman to hold that position in the history of the state of New York. Mr. President, for Chief Judge DiFiore's achievements in law and as a public servant, it is my honor to present her to you as a candidate for the Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
The Doctor of Laws honoris causa degree is awarded by the university to honor individuals for outstanding career achievements and professional leadership, and obviously Chief Judge Janet DiFiore in recognition of her distinguished service to both the profession and the judiciary is more than qualified to receive this degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Congratulations. Now somebody's going to hurt you. Put them down. Now.
Thank you.
President Rabinowitz, Dean Prudenti, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty and alumni, proud graduates, and of course, those of you who have made this special day possible. The parents, the spouses, the family members, children, and friends of today's new law graduates, good evening to all of you, and congratulations to all of our graduates. Let's hear it for the graduates. So please allow me to begin by thanking Mr. President Stuart Rabinowitz, Chair of the Board of Trustees, Alan Bernon, and your wonderful Dean, Judge Gail Prudenti, for bestowing on me the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. I am most grateful and proud to receive this honor and to deliver the commencement address at this fine, fine law school, which for nearly half a century has been training, challenging, and inspiring new lawyers to make a positive difference in the lives of their clients, on the well-being of our communities, and the state of our society. Graduates, it is indeed a privilege to be able to speak to a group of new lawyers as you find yourselves poised in the enviable position of embarking on your professional careers with so much promise and excitement ahead of you. A little more than 3 years ago, for the night students, you made the wise decision, the decision to pursue your dream of a legal education here at the Maurice A. Deane School of Law. And thanks to the leadership of Deane Prudenti and her predecessors, and the excellence of your faculty and administration, all of whom have remained true to the public interest mission of this law school, you are now joining the ranks of the great legal profession. You are joining the ranks of a loyal and powerful alumni network over 12,000 strong, including dozens of state and federal judges, as well as political leaders and public servants of every rank and stripe, managing partners of large law firms, nationally recognized lawyers at large firms and small, corporate executives, public interests, nonprofit and religious leaders, and leaders of industry, culture, and social justice movements. Each one of you has earned the right to be enormously proud of what you have accomplished over the last several years, and you should know and appreciate and believe in the value and the power of your law degree. Your Hofstra degree will open many, many doors of opportunity for you, and it will carry you as far as you set your sights. And not only have you received an excellent legal education that has prepared you well to succeed in the future, to practice law competently and diligently on behalf of your future clients, but you have also experienced the highest values of our noble profession. Values taught not only in lectures, in case books, and classrooms, but values that have been taught through deeds and hands-on experience, including the many hours you have devoted pro bono to serving low-income and vulnerable clients. You leave this institution well prepared to practice law and earn a good living, and I certainly hope you do that. But as I know you understand, the degree you have earned today, a Doctor of Jurisprudence, calls upon you to do much, much more than merely earn a good living. The preamble of the ABA's Model Rules on Professional Conduct states that a lawyer is three things. A lawyer is a representative of clients, a lawyer is an officer of the legal system, and a lawyer is a public citizen having special responsibility for the quality of justice. As a public citizen and officer of our legal system, each one of you has a unique obligation and privilege to support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and to defend the rule of law upon which our democratic system of government depends. As Americans, we are extremely fortunate. Over the course of human history, and even in today's world, very few people have had the privilege of living in a society governed by the rule of law, where the enormous power of government is divided within a system of checks and balances to prevent chaos and to promote individual freedom, where the law is promulgated openly, enforced equally, and interpreted and applied by independent judges, where every person and entity, no matter how wealthy or powerful, is accountable to the law, and where no person or entity is above the law. As Thomas Paine put it, in free countries, the law ought to be king, and there ought to be no other. This is the rule of law, and it has served us remarkably well for more than 225 years, supporting a civil society that, despite flaws and historic injustices, has been characterized by freedom, by opportunity, and by human progress. Our democratic system of government, however, is not self-sustaining. It doesn't run on autopilot. There is no room and there is no time for complacency. As lawyers, judges, and law professors, we feel cause for concern over the increasingly vitriolic and personal attacks directed at leaders within our judicial system, attacks intended to publicly discredit courts and judges and destroy their reputations for issuing unpopular decisions. Similarly, there are equally irresponsible attacks increasingly designed to undermine the independence of our law enforcement officials and our government institutions. And we have legislatures in at least 16 states proposing laws aimed at weakening the power of the judicial branch of our government in a number of alarming ways, including unwise legislation which would empower legislatures to override court rulings as to the constitutionality of statutes. Recently, Ron Chernow, the biographer of Hamilton, astutely observed that democracies are destroyed not by big blaring events like revolutions, but by the slow, insidious erosion of established norms, as he described it, like carbon monoxide seeping in under the doorway. Graduates, your JD degree bestows on you great power and responsibility as public citizens and as guardians of the rule of law. As you go forward in your professional life, I urge you to be informed, to be active, and to remain vigilant in protecting our cherished democratic values. And let me be clear, this message has nothing to do with where you are on the political spectrum or what causes or candidates you believe in. I am confident that our democracy and the rule of law will always remain sound, steadfast, and healthy as long as there are lawyers in the public arena fearlessly and ethically advocating for their clients and the issues and values they care about. And if our justice system works as intended, there will always be another lawyer on the other side of the cause opposing you and equally committed to ethically contesting and resolving the issues you advance on the merits in a court of law before a fair and independent judge who will issue the court's rulings based on the facts, grounded in the law, and made without fear or favoritism. That, to me, and I hope to all of you, is the glory of our democracy in action. It works, and it has worked for a very long time, in large part because of the morally courageous lawyers and judges, past, present, and future, who understand that the rule of law is the lifeblood of our democracy and a healthy society. If we expect our democratic system of government to survive, we cannot have a profession of lawyers disengaged from their public responsibilities, withdrawn from the public arena, leaving a vacuum for those who would undermine the efficacy of our independent judiciary and government institutions in service of their own political agendas. History has already shown us the truly terrible and tragic consequences that can result when lawyers fail to stand against threats to judicial independence and abdicate their role as public guardians of the rule of law. Graduates, I know that your experience here at the law school has opened your eyes to what it means to be a public citizen, that you have spent the last several years not just learning about the law, but learning how to use the law to promote justice and to make a positive impact on our society. Indeed, I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to thank you for the many thousands of hours of time and talent you have already collectively devoted pro bono to serving the legal needs of poor and vulnerable people in our communities in many ways, and particularly through the excellent clinical programs here at Hofstra Law School focused on critical issues such as asylum and deportation defense, veterans' legal issues, and juvenile justice and youth advocacy. You have had valuable opportunities to work with and learn from seasoned lawyers and mentors, to use your knowledge and skills as passionate advocates and caring counselors, and to feel connected to the people in our communities who are struggling with so many difficult challenges in their own lives. And so, whatever path you choose to pursue as a new lawyer, private practice, corporate counsel, public service, public prosecutor, public defender, or a path outside the law altogether, my message to you is never forget or underestimate the power and responsibilities that are yours as a public citizen, professionally trained in the law to be a defender of our institutions of democracy, and a leader and a force for good in our profession and our society. You already know this in your hearts because you have used your knowledge and training to serve others here at the Deane School of Law and have experienced for yourselves how service lies at the very heart of our profession. Each of you should take enormous pride in your graduation today, in all of your hard work, and in the many sacrifices that your families have made on your behalf. And I know that you understand that every ounce of your effort, the sacrifices you have made, and the challenges you have met and already conquered were, in hindsight, absolutely worth the struggle, because there is a great future and a wide open world of opportunities ahead for every single one of you. My fellow lawyers, my newest colleagues, I am so pleased to welcome you to our privileged profession, not just a job or a business, but to a lifelong vocation as an advocate, as a counselor, and as a public citizen. I have every expectation that you will live well, that you will live justly, and that you will do justice for your clients and your communities and for your great nation. Thank you for the privilege of addressing you this evening on this wonderful occasion, and congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Judge DiFiore, for your time, for your energies, and actually just for being you. You are a very, very special person in all ways, and I hope that each and every one of you at some time during your tenure as a lawyer either has the opportunity to appear in front of the Chief Judge or to get to know her personally. It would be a joy in your life as it has been in mine. I now have the pleasure and the distinct honor of introducing to everyone this year's Teacher of the Year. And those of us at Hofstra Law know this is a very, very important award that expresses our law school's long and historic commitment to excellence in teaching, and that it is the most important marker of faculty success. I would now like to introduce to you Professor James Sample. Would you? I ask him to come to the podium and to receive his award. Okay. It's a wonderful thing. At this time, I would just like to express my special thanks to our visionary president, Stuart Rabinowitz, our talented provost, Gail Simmons, our supportive trustees, and I do mean supportive in more ways than you can imagine, but so necessary for the success and the continued success of our law school. And three of them are here tonight, and that's trustees Jerry Kremer, Don Schaefer, and an outstanding woman in the law and member and representative of that Board of Trustees, Janice Meyer. Our Chief Judge of the State of New York, Janet DiFiore, our fabulous faculty, our amazing administrators, wonderful co-workers, gifted, and I truly mean gifted graduates, and loving family and steadfast friends. First of all, I have to thank my dear friend, Chief Judge Janet DiFiore, for her inspiring words. I'm certain, and I know my customers, I know my students, and I'm sure they resonated with our future lawyers. Chief Judge Janet DiFiore built her stellar career in public service on the values of dedication to family, community, faith, hard work, and excellence. But tonight I would like to speak to you, not as another commencement speaker, but as your dean, and hopefully you see me as your mentor. I would just like to say and add my heartfelt congratulations to the Hofstra Law class of 2018. As Hofstra Law graduates, I will always have a special place in my heart for each and every one of you. For like President Rabinowitz, you and I share a bond. This was your third year at Hofstra Law, and this was my third year at Hofstra Law. And I have to tell you, and if you spoke to my staff that's here this evening, they would tell you, you have become, you and the 1Ls and the 2Ls, and now this graduating class, have become joys in my life. Rest assured, I will do everything in my power to assist you as you start your journey on what I know will be a long, distinguished career. I remember the challenge and struggle that I had to get my first job, and it was as a law clerk. I hate to admit it, but truth be told, 40 years ago. Full of doubt that I would succeed, I sometimes thought our profession was not for me. Then one day, my father, in an attempt to try to encourage me, and knowing the great admiration that I had for the judge for whom I worked, said, "If you work hard, you could be a judge." I thought to myself, he really isn't serious. He is being a wonderful father. I thought at the time, hey, I'm barely skilled to be a law clerk. I was learning from the judge. I wasn't helping him very much. And I have to tell you, at that time, a woman had not ever been elected and rarely appointed to judicial office in Suffolk County. How could I ever become a judge? Why me? As time went on, I began to think, why not me? Why can't I develop the skills and experience to have a rewarding judicial career? And that's just what I did. The moral of this story, and I hope you take it to heart, is not how you start, it is how you finish. What did it take for me and now for you to be able to meet your professional goals? First, my darling, set your standards high. This means doing a lot of hard work. I promise you, it will pay off later. Become the very best lawyer that you can be. Next, believe in yourself. Even if the challenges after graduation may be daunting, and at times I know they will, work hard and persevere. You will succeed. Success, I have found, is not measured purely by a title or a position or purely by monetary reward, but by meeting your own goals, your own professional goals, whatever they may be, while serving the public good. Keep in mind that while you're trying to move ahead, give back to the community. Get involved. And last, keep your eyes, ears, and options open to unexpected paths where you may use your law degree. That's what happened for me. When I retired from the bench after almost 24 years, I didn't know exactly what was ahead, but I knew that I wanted to be part of the non-for-profit world. With my background and experience, I was delighted to be offered by President Rabinowitz, the executive director of the Center for Children, Families, and the Law at Hofstra Law School, and excited to be appointed the dean of this prestigious law school. Once again, it is not how you start, but how you get to the finish line that leads to success. You can do it. I know you can. With hard work, giving back, getting involved, seizing opportunities that may unexpectedly come your way. Even though today marks the end of your Hofstra law education, it does not mean you are cutting ties with us. At least I truly hope not. You're part of a family. You're part of an extended family, and I hope you feel the connection and commitment to your alma mater. And I hope you will remain actively involved at Hofstra Law. I promise that Hofstra will always be there for you. While you and your loved ones have invested a lot in law school education, we've invested a great deal too. And the return on our investment is providing the legal community with practice-ready and well-trained graduates who will bring a noble profession to new heights. We count on your success and good name and proud bearings as a Hofstra Law graduate to carry on our traditions and inspire future generations. If I can ever be of personal help to you, each and every one of you, in any way, if you have an idea or suggestion, or if you need advice, call on me. My door and my mind are always open to you. Don't just rest on your laurels. While you've come far, my friends, there is one more hurdle, and it's a big one. And you know what's looming: the bar examination. If you put in the effort, analytical data has proven that completing at least 80% of the bar preparation assignments, you can and will pass the bar on the first try. Trust me, one is plenty. Make this a one and done experience. Have fun tonight. Then, tomorrow, get back to work. Celebrating your achievement today are many people, like my very own parents, who never opened a law book, but who nevertheless played a most important part in your being here. In many cases, they have struggled and sacrificed more than they let on so that you could obtain this goal. Although I do not remember the details of my own commencement, I can recall vividly exactly where my mother and my father stood during the ceremony. It was one of my father's happiest days. I am still comforted by the memory of his broad smile. My mother would have been delighted that I attended the medical school graduation this year, but still disappointed it was not my very own. Your parents and your loved ones deserve gratitude and appreciation. Please promise me that you will thank them often and show them many acts of random kindness. I ask you now if you would please stand and turn and join me as we applaud their efforts on your behalf on this memorable evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you the best of good fortune, and may each of you enjoy the blessings of good health, the company of your loved ones, and a successful and rewarding career. You graduated from Hofstra Law. Everything is possible. I look forward to welcoming you home to Hofstra on many occasions. Thank you.
Here it comes.
Will the candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present those students of the Maurice A. Deane School of Law at Hofstra University who have satisfied all of the requirements for the degree of Juris Doctor. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, I ask that you confer the degrees upon these candidates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Hofstra University and the Regents of the State of New York, and upon the recommendation of the Dean and the faculty of the School of Law, I am delighted to confer upon each of you the degree of Juris Doctor. Congratulations.
We ask that each of the graduates come to the stage to be introduced by Senior Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, Julian Koo, to be hooded by Professors McElroy and Sample, and to be recognized by President Rabinowitz and the trustees and myself.
Give me one card on top of the other. Okay. Michael Gutentag. Seth Kornfeld. Eric Payman. Okay, thanks. Stanford Bankston. Patrick Sesslar. Christopher Ciccone. Adam Fell. Zachary Freed. Connor Farrow. Joanna Bark. Kevin Wasak. Jessica Sharp. Thomas DeLeo. Omar Abdelkader. Reed Packer. Timothy Lair. Robert Cadell. Ryan Johnson. Marissa Joseph. Katrina Gomes. Alyssa Kelleher. Adiola Adigbita. Okay. Jeruska Lugo Sanchez. Carolyn McNamara. Patricia Hines. Haley McDonald. Melissa Terranova. Aaron Spielman. Christopher Theodoro. Daniel Arno. Thomas Erickson. Connor Herdick. Wendy Espinoza. Magnolia Perez Rosario. Jitan Russell. Alyssa Lochnikar. Ryan McGinty. Magdalene Economou. Melanie Ross. Stavrola Katsidis. James Wickos. Francesco Vivacqua. Dina Forster. Nadir Khan. Deborah Kick. Shamina Khanum. Shelley Grinberg. Sophia Hanjani. Jennifer Faultless. Okay. Amanpreet Dhaliwal. Leah Molami. Sophia Papaputru. Eziese Agareva. Polina Aranova. Anum Sheikh. Selwyn Murray. Haley Patel. How's it going? Gabrielle Cube. Ali Bosheri, magna cum laude. Sridula Singh. Karn Sharma. Kai Shah. Willem Vallejo, cum laude. Michael Pentola. Arlette Herrera. Estrella Cedillo. Okay. Sudija Johnson. Sedija Johnson. Jovia Radix. Sorry? Okay. Brianni Lyons. Eric Ramirez. Reza Yassi. Robert Pagan. Paul Yolitsky. Michael Santos, magna cum laude. Peter Germanicos. Sungjin Che. Vernjit Kaur. Nadine Wallace. Jessica Pineda. Sufia Fusal. Taylor Shepard. Okay. Elena Saenz. Erica Jefferson. Kadeen Fearon Jones. Hina Aurora. Asara Greaves, cum laude. Ryan Waxon. Matthew Celentano, cum laude. Stelios Karatsas. Andrew Hayington. Cassandra Zieri. Jennifer Zangler Scaduto. Dylan Nestorik. Alexander Morgenstern. Megan Callahan, cum laude. Alexis Fallon, cum laude. Molly Depew. Raymond DeLeo. Hi. Alyssa Negron. Hi. Alida Alfaro, cum laude. Alexandra Favor, cum laude. Jacqueline Vega. Victoria Massimino. Sean Kiley. Maria Lakhmatova. Carlene Kanovich. Probably. Diora Makhmudova. Okay. Okay. Lance Willoughby. Seema Rambaran. Jamila Jones. I'm sorry? Okay. Aisha Dominique Prudent, cum laude. I'm sorry. Naima Yasmin Ferguson. Eulalia Sullivan. Tanisha Mendes. Shakia Francis. Simone Isaac. Natalia Coppola. Rachel Senatore. Lisa Fennick. Okay. Jennifer Trinkwald, magna cum laude. Samantha Barberi, cum laude. Jessica Schild. Taylor Napoli. Anthony Alessandro. Matthew Rossetti. Justin DeChico. Ryan Schneider, cum laude. Vasilios Zanidos. Matthew Hunter. Brian Neary. Guangfei Yang. Jason O'Hare. Gregory Myers. Ryan Hirsch. Ian Bergstrom. Dominic Elvezio. Carly Clinton Davidoff. Marissa Dougherty. Nicole Vasquez. Ann Carolyn Figueroa. Shelley Ann Lewis. Joan Olampiwanu. Priscilla Kwanzaa. Sabrina Lombardi. Sunam Hassan. Robert Pope. Sai In. Okay, Kaz. Okay. Sarah Kaz. Yan Zhang, cum laude. Gary Singh. Binish Khan. Justin Messier. Ahmed Munassar. Oh, okay. Zachary Monorino. Yvonne Grillo. How's it going? Corey Michaelis. Elizabeth Johansson. Christopher Kassar. Christian Curran, cum laude. Oh, really? Okay. Colin Davis, magna cum laude. Mahbub Munzer. Michael Carrico. Abdir Rahman. Travis Stockman. Robert Seagal. Thomas Marino. Sean Acosta. Andrea Bento. Gabriela Colorano. Benjamin Guter. Hayden Kirk. Alexander Nippenberg. Okay. Raymond Navarro. Julia Shiniowaska. Amy Martin. Samantha Hudler. Ilana Kalkanis. Sydney Spinner. Vincent Guida. Alicia Lachman. Raymond Gonzalez. Caitlin Kernath, cum laude. Karen Eng. Melissa Scarabino. Farhana Zinul. Monica Mabasser. Samantha Holloway, cum laude. Okay. Spell Kagatai. Brandon Amon, summa cum laude. Jonathan DeMars, cum laude. Savannah Holsworth, cum laude. Taylor Carey, cum laude. Tessa Patty, magna cum laude. Perry Axe. Taylor Puglisi, magna cum laude. Michelle Roeder, cum laude. Jeremy Musella. Nicole Gervais. Michael Kester. Lenworth McLean Jr. Ashley Juchanko. Allison Stapleton. Jordan Bobro. Andrew Frederico. Tyler Norris. Kevin Hutzel. Ryan Nelson. Victoria Zorovich. Deanna Wolf. Kristen Callan, magna cum laude. Matthew Rosen, summa cum laude. Marianne Santini, cum laude. Caitlin Hopkins. Stephanie Dentrone. Samuel Freiheiter. Mindy Hollander, cum laude. Kyle Gruder, magna cum laude. Luisa Perez. Danielle Reinbachs, cum laude. Kimberly Oranger. Julia Ponce. Okay, so just a quick apology for those of you in the first row where I was a little new at this and I may have skipped over some of your Latin honors in the first row. This is the first group that we came, so if any of you, please stand up if I managed to somehow neglect your Latin honors when you came through. Can you please stand and be honored? Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Michael Gutentag, cum laude. Okay. Carolyn McNamara, magna cum laude. Jeruska Sanchez. Jeruska Sanchez. Lugo Sanchez, cum laude. Thanks. Sorry. Haley McDonald, magna cum laude. Aaron Spielman, cum laude. Okay. Jessica Sharp, magna cum laude. Thomas Dalio, cum laude. Okay. cum laude? Yeah, okay. Yuan Zhang, cum laude. Sorry again about that.
Do you have master students now?
Any candidates for the degree of Masters of Law? Thank you.
Is somebody standing? Yay!
Oh, yay! Okay.
Masters.
It's a wonderful thing. How wonderful. Mr. President, I have the honor to present a student of the Maurice A. Deane School of Law at Hofstra University who has satisfied all of the requirements for Master of Laws. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, I ask you confer the degree upon this candidate.
I will, but I just want to make sure we have this straight. Can you hear me? There are two master degrees, Master of Law and Master of Arts. So, are you all Master of Laws? Great. So it's not just one candidate.
Okay.
Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Hofstra and the regents of the state of New York, and upon the recommendation of your fabulous dean and your fabulous law faculty, I'm delighted to confer upon you fabulous Master of Law degrees. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. President. Okay, Julian.
One more time. Philemon Shikomba. Georgia Ionanu. Larissa Roxana Sturgio. Suleiman Al Nasser. Abdullah Al Shaki.
Is this the pronunciation of my first name?
Okay. Okay. Majeen Erica Sanon.
Do we have any Master of Arts in Health Law and Policy graduates? Oh, yes, we do. Go over there and call them.
Thank you. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Health Law and Policy, thank you so much for rising. Mr. President, I have the honor to present those students of the Maurice A. Deane School of Law at Hofstra University who have satisfied all of the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts in Health Law and Policy. Upon the recommendation of our faculty, I ask you confer the decrees upon these candidates.
Upon the authority vested in me by the trustees of Hofstra University and the regents of the state of New York, and upon the recommendation of the dean and the faculty of the law school, I am delighted to confer upon you the degree Master of Arts in Health Law and Policy, and you are just as fabulous as every other graduate. Thank you.
Okay? You're up.
Keith Jones. Tamara El Gamil. Carlos Mejia. Alana Moore. Brenda Cannon. Mirlyn Myrtle. Annalise Wire. Damaris Monterosso. Idea Brown.
Each year, the faculty of the law school recognizes the special achievements of the members of the graduating class by conferring upon them a number of awards and honors. This year's recipients were recognized in today's awards ceremony, and we will now not announce all of them again during this ceremony. However, we do wish to again recognize several members of the class of 2018. It is my pleasure to first recognize the recipient of a very special honor at the law school. The Maurice A. Deane Award is conferred each year upon the graduate who has achieved the highest academic average in his or her graduating class. The award was established some years ago by classmates and friends of Maurice Deane, a distinguished alum who graduated first in his class in 1981. Mr. Deane is the Chairman Emeritus of the Hofstra University Board of Trustees. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the Maurice A. Deane Award for the highest academic average in the class of 2018, Brandon Amon. Brandon, will you please stand and be recognized? I would like now to ask Professor Linda Galler to come up to the podium to recognize several other members of the class of 2018. Professor?
I have the privilege of announcing 4 very special awards. The winners were selected at a faculty meeting by a faculty vote after full discussion of the special accomplishments of a number of graduating students. The first of these awards is the Gina Marie Escarce Memorial Award, which this year is shared by 3 graduating students who, in the opinion of the faculty, have contributed most to their classmates' learning and understanding of difficult legal concepts through their questions in class and participation in class discussions. This award is shared by Ali Bosheri, Asara Greaves, and Marianne Santini. The second award is the William Eric Goldberg Scholarship, which is awarded to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has provided significant support and leadership in improving the quality of life and educational experience for others. This year's recipient of the Goldberg Award goes to Lisa Fennick. The third award is the Distinguished Service to the Law School Award, which is awarded to 2 graduating students who have, in a variety of academic and non-academic undertakings, contributed to the progress and welfare of the law school. This award is shared by Alexandra Favor, and Seema Rambaran. And finally, the Outstanding Law Student Award, which is awarded to the graduating student who in his or her years at the law school has shown a contribution of those qualities and abilities which are the ideals of the legal profession. The winner of the Outstanding Law Student Award is Kristen Cowan.
We've already broken my 1.5-hour rule, so I'm going to knowingly and voluntarily waive my right to make remarks. Thank you. Well, almost. I just have one suggestion for you after this ceremony. Hug and thank your friends, your relatives, your spouses, your classmates, every single person who helped you reach this tremendous day, and then go party. Congratulations.
This concludes our formal program. Following this ceremony, there is a reception for graduates, their friends and families, members of the platform party in the swim center, which is immediately adjacent to this arena. I ask that the audience please remain in place until the platform party has left the stage. Congratulations once again to the Maurice A. Deane School of Law, class of 2018.